How to answer what's your expected salary? Hey guys, I'm Kennet Alphy, founder of Brandocx. We help job seekers and senior managers to land their dream job and create a sustainable career. What's your expected salary? This is a question which every one of you would have come across whenever you attend an interview. And after attending an interview, you will still think whether I've done this right, whether I answered it right or not. A lot of people used to ask me this question. Hey, Kenny, I just did an interview. I answered for this question. I don't know whether I did it right or not. So I'm going to answer that in this video. So what are all the things that we're going to discuss today is why they asked this question, how to answer this question effectively, and what will happen if at all we're going to answer it in this way. Okay, so that's what we're going to discuss today. So why they ask this question? First of all, let's discuss that. Okay, they ask you these questions for two reasons. One is to shortlist you and to know your worth. Every recruiter who calls you have a checklist of questions that they need to ask you. That is the first round of interviews. They just call you and ask you what you do, what kind of jobs that you're looking out for. Are you first of all open for a job? What kind of salary that you're expecting? Can you tell me about yourself? And all these things are very basic questions. These are all questions which they ask you to first of all understand whether you will be a right fit for that job, and are you a right person to work with them or not. In these questions, one of the question is what is your expected salary. So this will also make you get shortlisted, and this will also make them understand your worth. So if you give a number, they will understand that this person is doing this and this is what he is expecting. Okay, they will also know your worth. How can you answer this question? For that, we need to discuss two things: what you should never do and what you should try doing. So never do this. Never talk about the salary at the first place. The reason why I'm telling you like this, because you will never know what kind of company they are calling from, what is the offer that they have for you, what is the kind of culture they have. You don't know anything about the company. You don't have the right education to first of all understand what you are going to get. Unless or until you understand what you are getting, you can never pitch in like what you are expecting from them. Yes, you can pitch, but I don't know whether it's going to be right or wrong. So let's not take that risk, but let's take it in a better, efficient way. Number two, never give them a range. Some people always tell them that I expect somewhere between 30 to 35 lakhs. Okay. If you give a range like this, what will happen is the recruiter will consider your range as 30 and you will be expecting somewhere around 35. So there will be a mismatch of expectations, and that will also not lead you to the right end. You will be expecting somewhere around 35 lakhs at the end of the interview, and this person will already have a fixed mind of giving you somewhere around 30, 31, which is not gonna work for you as well as for them. So don't give a range which will never work. So instead of that, you can try this. Number one, redirect them to the right place. How to redirect them to the right place? Instead of giving them a number, you can try explaining this. Hey, you know what, compensation is not the major figure which I'm looking out for. I look at the bigger picture. I want to know what kind of organization I'm going to work for. I want to know what kind of service that I'm going to give to my clients. I want to know what is the benefits that I'm going to get in this. So let's move into the interview. Let me get more educated, and finally I can give you a figure which will work for you as well as for me. If you give an answer like this, you know what, you're not directing them to the money part, but you're directing them to the value part. Okay, so you need to redirect them to the right place. Number two, become an irresistible offer. If you give an answer like this, from a person of money, you will become a person of value. People love to work with a person who have values. People love to work with a person who have the right mindset and focus. So you will become that person, and they will also be very interested to know, okay, this is something interesting. So let's take him to the next level. Let's interview him and let's discuss about the next things. So that's what gonna happen. That's what you also expect, right? So let's do that. And third thing, go to the next step. So anyway, if you give an answer like this, you will be going for the next step. First, the screening part will get over. And when you're going for the next interview, before that, you will have 1 or 2 days of time where you can go through a proper research, understand the company, understand the culture of the company, understand what kind of people work there, understand what kind of job description that they have for you, and what kind of skills that they're expecting from you, so that you can also prepare yourself well to attend an interview and get all things right. Okay. At the same time, you can also do the research on the salary and understand what is that you can expect, what is that you can ask them. If at all you're going to face this question in this way, what will happen? First thing, you will become more valuable. Okay. Since you're talking about the value, then the money, they will like you first of all. Then you should also have a proper resume which explains you well, which positions you well, and also talks about your achievements and skills and all things in the right way. Okay, which is very, very important. Second, they will be ready to have you in because you have the right information, you have the right things that they are expecting for, where you will also go to the next steps where you should be performing the interview well. And third thing, after creating all the impact, after attending the interview, then the final stage is going to be the salary negotiation part. At this place, you will understand the hiring manager better, you will understand the company better, you will understand what are all the benefits that you're going to get. They will also understand what is the value that you're going to provide them. Everything is clear. Now, if you get on the conversation about the salary, then this conversation is going to go well. You can also tell this is what I'm expecting, and this is what will make me happy, and I can work for you. So this can be at the end. Okay. But before that, if at all you're going to face a question like this at the first place, go redirect them to the right place, that is focus on the value. Second, give them the right information through the resume, as well as give them the right information through the interview by doing a proper research on the company culture, the service that you're going to provide them, the job description that they have for you, and the skills that they're expecting from you. If you do this right, then you will become an irresistible offer for them. Then they will love to work with you. So work on this. Happy job search.